Have you heard of Anchor? It's the podcast platform we use to bring you our episodes. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let us explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard across multiple platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. And the best part is that it's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hi, I'm Amber.
I'm Melissa.
And you're listening to the AM Podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode. Today is all about comebacks and our TXT concert experience. But let's start with our K-Music picks of the week. This week, I chose Big Naughty's Romance Symphony. I just really like the song all around. I think it's like a really nice, pretty song, but also I really like the lyrics. So yeah, the link is in the description, so you guys should go check out this song. So that's my pick. Melissa, what's yours?
Okay. My pick is TXT's Magic. You know, when the song first came out, I didn't really care for it that much. I thought it was okay, but I think I didn't really like it that much. But after seeing it live, which we're going to talk about later, you know, I was like, you know what? This is actually not a bad song. I listened to it again. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like the song now. So anyways, I've been listening to it lately, and like I add it to my playlist, so you know it's serious. And yeah, link will be in the description to check it out.
Okay, so those were our picks of the week. Moving on to our first comeback, we're going to talk about Aespa's Girls. We're going to start with our favorite song. And for me, I mentioned, believe it was last episode, that one of my favorite songs was Life's Too Short. If you want to know that, go listen, how I felt about it, you can go listen to last episode, because I definitely go into it a little bit more. But a newer song that I liked is I See You. I think it's really pretty and the lyrics are very nice, and it was yeah, I don't know, I just really liked it. So that's it. Melissa, what is your favorite song?
I think the only song that I really liked from this was Illusion.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, I really like the chorus, and I think that was the first song that I heard from because I think that this was like probably their first one of their first pre-release tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And even after listening to the I think it's like a mini album, but even after listening to it, that's still my favorite one. So I don't know, I don't really have much to say. Just I really liked it. But yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the two music videos. We're going to talk about Girls and Life's Too Short, but we'll start with Girls. Melissa, what were your thoughts on that?
Okay, so my thoughts about Girls. I thought it was a really cool music video. I love the outfits. The outfits were so good, and their hairstyles were so good. Especially, I like Ning Ning's hair. It just gave me very 90s, remind me of 13 going on 30 type of with the bun hairstyle, and I can't remember if she had the sticks in her hair. I can't remember if she had hair sticks or not, but it just reminded me of that. I was like, this, and I was just they look so cool. If I was even watching it in my late 20s, I still felt I want to be like them. But I can imagine being 13 or whatever and watching them, thinking how cool they were. But anyways, and it was also my first time seeing Winter with long hair, because in the past music videos she's always had the bob. And so at first I didn't even recognize her, and I was like, who is she? But yeah, when I had to look up the members, because I was like, I know I've seen her before. It was Winter. Anyways, so that was interesting, a new style for her. But just in general, this isn't really about the music video, but I thought the chorus was really catchy. And they're very, notice that, at least with this music video, I saw this one before, Life's Too Short, but I thought that with this one, they were very consistent with their concept of having the AIs and kind of cool girl kind of aesthetic.
Yeah.
So that was good. And I wasn't sure who was playing the game or if someone was manipulating the whole thing, because at the end there was somebody, I don't even know, I can't remember if we actually saw who that person was, but there was somebody that was in front of all of these like screens and they like pixelated out at the end. And so I was like, I wonder who the mastermind is behind this. I don't know who that's supposed to be.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, but it was a really interesting music video. So yeah. What about you?
I agree with what you said. I will say the snake that was coming at the screen scared me just a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. Because I was watching it on my phone, so it's like close to my face, and so I was like, "Oh, okay." Wasn't expecting that one, but that snake is everywhere, but it makes sense. So I will say that I love how futuristic and action packed it was. I don't know, they just felt like, they're those girls. They're
Yeah.
like literally like they're the girls that like are doing it. Like they were defeating people, like just, taking on the world and like accomplishing everything. So I really like that. I really like that. And the set was nice. I really like this set. Like you can tell the company did not like skip out on money for the sets. So yeah, I really liked it. Although I did like the chorus, like with not the chorus, sorry, the choreo within the video itself, but I wasn't sure how the choreo for like the chorus part of it would would translate on stage, because like the little finger thing where they're like close to it and then like they kind of like, I don't know, like pulsate, I guess, if you want to call it, like it's like a little pause, like that's cool, like in the video, because the camera comes at them and so it's like zoomed in on just that piece. But I was wondering like what will that look like on stage, because they'll just be like, are they just gonna be like bouncing on stage? Like I don't know, I feel like it wouldn't have the same effect that it did in the video. But yeah, that's it. I mean, I like the choreography in general. So yeah, those were my thoughts on Girls. You have more to say about Girls?
I was wondering if you've seen any of the live performances of Girls.
No, I haven't. I probably should have, so that probably would have answered my question, but I don't know.
I haven't yet, but I saw one perform. But I mean, I saw one performance video, but it was like their performance video. So of course their cameramen are gonna know how to like angle the camera and stuff at different times because it's their video. But I haven't seen any of the like live performances, like, that are not like with their company. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that'll look, because I know they just performed, was it Good Morning America that they were on, I think. So I'm probably gonna watch that later to see what it looks like. But anyways, yeah, I also want to say I really like the choreo too. That part was cool with the finger pointing.
You guys can't see what I'm doing. But I mean, but you say like even if they did live performances, I think I would more so want to see it from like a fan's perspective, because I feel like even when they go on shows, like the camera people can still do that, so it would still look cool. So maybe like a fan cam might be better than like watching an actual like televised performance, I guess, or through like the TV people. I hope everyone knows what I'm trying to say. The little TV people. So
okay,
yeah, I don't know. Anywho, okay, so moving on to the next one. We're going to talk about Life's Too Short. What were your thoughts on that music video?
I thought it was very cute. The song had a great message. I really liked the blur effects. It made it seem like even more kind of old school ish. But yeah, it was very different from Girls. This is the one that was like pink, basically, right? I thought the sets were really pretty. And yeah, it was good. It was cute. I wouldn't have expected for them to do that kind of song and that kind of music video based on what I've seen in the past. So it was interesting. It was good to see them do something a bit more on like a softer side. I'm so used to them being like, I don't know, like
hardcore, not hardcore, but like,
yeah, not hardcore, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Like tough.
Yeah, tough. Okay.
That's the word I was looking for.
Okay, yeah.
Is that it?
Oh yeah, that was it for me. What about you?
So I definitely think you and I were on the same wavelength with that, because I also felt like it was very old school. It felt also had like a mixture of like early 2000s vibes to me too. But I also like how they mixed in like the camp, like the computer cam into it, and like they were using their phones, and I thought it was cute where the part it went from, I think it went from like an actual like photo, and then like zoomed out, and then you saw like you went through their like phone screen. It was, I don't know how like explain it. You would have to go look at the video to understand. But I just thought that was really cool. And I do also like the blurred effect. I don't know. It just felt very like, I wouldn't say it was like nostalgic for me, but it just kind of felt old, like old school, like we've been saying. So yeah. And like I said last week, same thing with you. I really like the message of the song. And the dance was really cute. So yeah, that's really all I had to say about Life's Too Short. Do you have anything else to say?
Nope.
All right. So we're going to move on to our overall or additional thoughts. For me, I thought this album was an okay album. I mean, I like the songs that I liked. Girls was good. Life's Too Short was good. But yeah, I don't know. The rest of it was just, I don't know, it was okay. That's all I had to say. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I think it was a pretty good mixture between like the futuristic kind of tough girl songs that we're used to, or at least that I'm used to hearing from Aespa. I thought it was a good mixture between like those types of songs and like softer kind of songs. And it shows, I guess it's kind of helps introduce more of their range, I guess. I don't know, because I feel like I haven't really listened to some of their older stuff, so I don't know if that's, well, for me as someone listening to this album in particular and who really has only listened to like songs like Black Mamba and like, you know, like those types of songs, I thought it was a good mixture. I wasn't expecting some of the songs that were on the album, like Dreams Come True, because that came out like in December, and I was like, oh, okay, so we're just throwing this song into this album? Okay. And then I wasn't sure why Black Mamba was on here.
Yeah.
Wasn't that on the first one?
I think it was. I mean, I know it was like very long ago. So
wasn't their debut song?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So I was confused why that was on here. But other than that, it was fine. It was okay.
Okay. Well, we just think it's okay. So all right. So the next comeback we're going to talk about is ITZY's Checkmate. So I would say my favorite songs for this album were Domino. I really like Domino as like a song in general. Like I just think it was a well-rounded song. And my second one is Racer. I didn't like the full song of Racer. I think I more so like the break. It's not like a breakdown, but like in the chorus, it was like a little beat drop. If you listen to it, you'll know what I'm saying. It's like the best way for me to explain it. And so that really made me like the song. Like there were just bits and pieces of that song that I really liked, and I was like, well, this is like one of my favorite songs out of all of them. So I'm gonna put it on here. Melissa, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Domino was the only song when it came on. I'm like immediately upon first listen, I was like, yeah, I like this song. And upon like second, third listen, I started to like Racer a bit more. So I guess I kind of like that song. And is that the one that has like, there's like a race car sound or something in it? There's like racing sounds in this, isn't there?
I believe so. I just remember that little drop, like, so I can't, but I think so.
Well, anyways, I think I also liked Racer. Yeah, that was about it for favorite songs.
Okay. So for Checkmate, their album, they came out with the music video for Sneakers. So what did you think about Sneakers?
So I thought the dance was cute. The sets were really nice. The concept was great. I've always loved their like little crown royalty kind of end moves that they've always done for a lot of the choreo. This is the first time that I've actually seen a video with them actually like with like crowns and like that whole royalty type of thing. So I thought the concept was cute, and the sets, like I said, were really nice. You were talking about how Aespa's company put in like a lot of money into the sets. I felt like their company did also, because I was like, this is really good, like really good overall. And honestly, I didn't really like the song like overall, but maybe at least not if on first and second listen. So I don't know if like later on I'm gonna be like really more into it, but just I didn't really get the whole like sneakers thing, I guess. Like I didn't really get they're putting on their sneakers. Like why are they putting on sneakers? I don't know.
I think they're putting on sneakers because they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna like run to the top. And so like they're gonna be comfortable, like, you know, people are like, okay, gotta lace up your sneakers, you're gonna, you know, you're about business. That's the vibe I got from it, at least.
Okay. I think the metaphor could have been done better. Better executed. Could have been more well executed. Is that, I don't know if that was the correct, like what I just said was correct. But anyways, I didn't really like the song overall. I didn't. And I almost felt like they put a lot of money into this video for a song that's not even that great. I don't know. Sorry. And then listening to it, I'm like, because I pre-ordered this album. So I was like, I really hope the rest of it is like better. Anyways, that's all I was gonna say.
Okay.
It was probably too much, really. But yeah, Amber, what about you?
Yeah. I feel like I had like almost the same, basically almost the same opinion as you. I did find the outfits really cute, especially the royal theme. That was like my favorite one out of all the different themes that they went through. Like that one, I was like, yeah, this is a really good one. I kind of wish they would have just stuck with it throughout the whole music video, because then I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I would have enjoyed the music video a little more. But I guess it's supposed to be like, you know, them making it to the top, because I think there was one point where I think it was something, I can't remember, it was like something with space, or like they were in like a command unit, something, and like they were leading it. I don't know. It was, I don't know. It just, you could just tell all they were supposed to be like high up people. Like they made it to the top. Like they're, and I guess that goes with the theme of like putting on your sneakers, going to the top, all that good stuff. But this all being said, I kind of felt like this song was kind of childish, or not really childish. I don't even think that's the right word. No, childish, I think is what I'm going for.
You have to say, like, I think that's the right word.
Yeah, I think that's the right word. Because I don't know, it just felt very like someone in middle school wrote the song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me put my sneakers on and I'm gonna make it to the top. Like, that's like, I mean, that's not how the song goes, but like that's how I imagine someone writing it. And so it makes me wonder, like, did someone within the company write it, or like did someone, like, I know sometimes they'll get songs from people from other countries, and so I'm like, I wonder if maybe like the translation was weird, or like, I don't know. But I don't know, I feel like they could have gone with like a better song to be the, I think this was the title track from Checkmate. So yeah, I think they could have just did better with that. I don't know why they chose this song, but I mean, at the same time, they are younger, so I mean, not too young, but like they are a little younger, and maybe there's some, no, maybe they're trying to reach out to maybe some of their younger audience. Like, I feel like I'm okay, maybe if I was like 13 or like 12, I don't know, maybe if I was younger, I would really like the song, because part of me remembers, okay, hold on, I'm thinking back to like Disney Channel when people would come out with songs, and then like I listen back to it now, I'm like, this used to be my jam, but like, what was wrong with me back then? It's not that good. But back then I was like, this is the jam. I'm singing along to it. Like, I really love it. So maybe this is like one of those songs. Like, maybe it's not for my age, you know? But that's about the song. The video, yeah, I just really like the royal theme. But yeah, do you have anything else to say about the music video?
I'm confused, because I feel like this song, like, I would understand if this song came out like on their debut album, but even their debut song was better than this.
It was.
And I'm just like, because I think Dala Dala was like their debut song, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so even that was so much better than this. And so I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, why would you put this out now? Like, this could have just been a B-side.
Yeah.
And honestly, maybe Racer or Domino. I don't know, because we maybe that's why I'm saying that. But like, those to me, the lyrics weren't. I mean, I get, I guess the lyrics and like trying to get to the top and put your sneaker on to get to the top. I don't know. I just feel like there are other songs that were on this album that could have been better. And they've been a group now for what, like 3 years? They're like 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
So
but did they debut in? I think they debuted late 2019 or in 2020.
I think it was late 2019 because I remember we went to New York for some concert. I can't remember what concert it was, but we went to New York for some concert and they were doing like a showcase or something there. And I remember like hearing that they were doing like a showcase or something, but I was like, I don't really want to see them because I don't really know too much about them.
Okay.
But I think at the time they had only released like Dala Dala. And I was like, I didn't know too much about them to want to like see them in person at the time. But since then they put out like a lot more stuff. So, but I want to say it was late 2019. Yeah, 2019, because it was pre-pandemic.
Yeah, that's how I figured out. Like, it had to be 2019, early 2020, because after that we were locked down. We were in the house. So. Yeah.
February 2019. February 12th, 2019.
Okay. I wonder. Okay, never mind. That's off topic.
Anyways, yeah. So it's been 3 years, and so I was just confused as to why. Because even Mafia in the Morning, that I felt like to me was like, okay, they're like starting to kind of grow up a little bit and not too much. And so to me, this song really felt like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna stop talking about the song. I promise. But like, it just felt like a little bit of a backwards, like,
I agree,
of concept. Because it's like, you're not a debut rookie group anymore,
right?
Like, I don't know. Okay, that's all I was gonna say.
I agree. I feel like they took a step back. Well, not even a step, like many steps backwards. But maybe that's what they were going for. Maybe they're trying something new. And maybe we're coming for ITZY on this, but I also know that they might not have like full control over like which ones they choose. So I'm also coming for the company, but they should have known better.
Yeah, maybe like you said, they're just trying to cater to another audience or younger audience. Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This made me worry about like what their concert was gonna be like when we went. But they have like other albums out that are like really good. Like, this is just like one out of the many. So yeah. I think it's okay. Okay. So those are my thoughts on the music video. I just realized we haven't gone over our overall thoughts. So we're just gonna carry on to our overall thoughts right now. I think overall it was a good album. I personally feel like this is one of those albums, other than Sneakers. I don't think I'll ever like Sneakers, but I think this is one of those albums. If I listen to it more, I could potentially really love the album, just like overall and like majority of the songs. Because it was that way with Not Shy, because at first I hated Not Shy. I really did not like that song.
Blasphemous.
But then the more I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is good. Oh, okay, I really like it. So then it really grew on me. So I think this might be one of I still don't think I'll ever like Sneakers, but all the other ones, yes. Also, I just thought about something you had mentioned earlier, how you wish that like maybe they should have came out with like Domino or Racer as their title track. They did perform Domino somewhere. I can't remember where, but I was watching a live performance and I was like, why didn't they do this? Like, it looks so nice. Like, it's so good. I don't know why they didn't just come out with this one and let it be. Because I think it'd be cool to come out with like a slower song as their title track. But it is what it is. Melissa, what were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not sure that this album was my style. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, okay, so I feel like Sneakers is gonna be, after like the second listen, I feel like Sneakers is gonna be one of those songs where like I don't know that I'll actually like be obsessed with it like I was with Not Shy.
Mm-hmm.
But it would probably be one of the songs that it's not terrible to listen to. I think just lyrically and like sonically it's not my favorite. But it's gonna be one of those songs that like I'll probably like won't mind listening to it. Like if it happened to pop up on like, I don't know, if I'm listening to like, you know, an Apple Music whatever playlist and it comes on, like I don't know, I probably wouldn't turn it off. But like I don't know. And then some of the songs, okay, like I didn't really like 365 when I first heard it. I was like, what is this chorus? Like, I don't know. I didn't get it. But I mean, upon like a second to third listen, I was like, you know, it's not too bad. I think it's just, I'm just not used to, maybe I just wasn't used to, I had to get used to like the rhythm of it and like the flow. I don't know. So I think I just need to get used to the songs. Is what my final thought was. But after first listen, I was like, yeah, I really don't like a lot of these songs. It didn't flow for me. But after like a second, third listen, they're not all. They're not that bad. They're not that bad, and I think I could get used to them. That's my final thought. I thought it was okay. And yeah.
Well, all right. Those were our thoughts on ITZY. Now we're gonna move. We got a few comebacks. Okay, so this next comeback is it's kind of like an older comeback, but it's Enhypen's Manifesto Day One. My favorite song from this album was Future Perfect. Yeah, I just really like the song. So, what was yours?
Yeah, mine was Future Perfect, which I think not I think I know that I mentioned this last time. I really like this song. I really love the drill beat for this song. I really like Shout Out because it's just very 2000s to me, and I don't know what's going on. Maybe because this seems to be something that's like starting to become like more of a trend, I think, in K-pop, but a lot of them, okay, maybe not a lot, okay, a few, I don't know, okay, what am I saying? I'm saying that I've been hearing a lot of like songs lately that are have been influenced by the early 2000s, and I love it because I really liked that punk rock or pop rock sound when I was in the early 2000s. So I don't know, so I really like that song. And yeah, those are the two that I liked.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about the music video for Future Perfect. Oh, Melissa, what were your thoughts?
Okay, so well, like I said, you know, I think the song was great. In terms of the music video itself, the outfits are really great. I thought the choreo was so good. Especially I love the choreo in the beginning where, you know, the during the intro, not intro, or whatever it's called, like walk the line. I hate the like anyways, I love that part. And yeah, I just thought of they just looked really cool. And yeah. And I was wondering, only part I was confused about with this music video was there was a part where one of the members is like holding something and like it stops, like the music video kind of stops and like toward kind of in the middle. And so I didn't know what that was, and it looked like Dick was like stopping time or something. I didn't really know what that part was about. But I guess it had to do something with their concept or something. I don't know, but other than that, I thought it was a great music video, and they just looked like they were just having so much fun, and they looked really cool, and yeah, and I felt like the outfits and everything, but also I know this is like Y2K, I guess, is like a trend right now for just clothes in general. But it seemed like it was the styling seems almost like a carryover from what was their last Blessed Curse, I think. Um, it seemed like it was kind of a carryover from that style, like the Y2K kind of baggy pants and baggy clothes style. So, but that's probably just because that's what's trending now. That's all I was gonna say. What about you?
I really like the jumpsuits. I think the color, I don't know. I think it was also like the mixture of like that light blue with like the white t-shirt. Just really liked it. I think it fit well. And I really like the choreo when it's like these like the beat. It's like this beat and like they move their body to the beat. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. Cause like, I don't know. It's just something cause normally I don't know. I just really liked it. I think their choreo is just really good throughout this entire song. But
Yeah.
that piece of it really stuck out. And I know the beginning where they did the little leg wave with the little arm thing, I thought that was nice too. Like you mentioned. And yep, that's how I felt about the music video. It was very to me, it felt very like performance focused a little more than some of the music videos that we've been watching recently. I feel like some, not by them, I'm just talking about like in general, some of the ones that we reviewed. I felt like they were a little more storyline focused, but this was like performance focused. And I think that's what Enhypen is really good at performing. Like they're really good at dancing, like amazing. So that's how I felt about the music video. Do you have any other thoughts about it, or should I just move on to overall?
Um, no, I don't really have any more thoughts. I agree with you. It's a lot of this. I didn't even think about that. A lot of the videos that we've been looking at lately, it has been like very storyline focused and not a lot of choreo. So, but yeah, they're clearly like a dance group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, so now we're moving on to our overall thoughts. For me, I will say this wasn't my favorite album. Honestly, I think the only song that I really liked was Future Perfect. I don't know if I have to go back and listen. Well, I mean, I listened to it like 3 times, so maybe I need to give it a fourth try. But yeah, those were my thoughts. What are yours?
I think you're gonna like shout out. Like I don't know, you're given like shout out like a real chance. Like I really feel like it. Like I'm telling you, like we're gonna come back
This
to
is
this
ITZY
in
all
some
over
time.
again.
Yeah, like in 3 months time or something. You'll be like, you know what? I really like shout out. I feel it, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah, for me, I just felt like it was kind of like a bunch of singles that were thrown together to make an album.
I could see that.
I don't know. To me, I didn't see any connection between the songs. I don't know. I'm really big on connections. Like, I like if you're gonna make an album, make it a storyline. And I feel like that's not people don't really do that often anymore. And I wish they did because even I felt that way kind of with like Aespa's and kind of like with ITZY's. Like it just felt like ITZY's was there was sort of a consistent storyline like about wanting to make it to the top or wanting to win. So I guess there was that theme that was like current or not current, sorry, consistent in their album. But this one I didn't get any, like I didn't see the connections. It just felt individually they just and maybe because I was thinking, with like TikTok and like people's attention spans like getting shorter, being shorter nowadays, and I feel like people want singles to go viral and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just, I don't know. I just maybe that's why like individually each song was like okay, like on its own, but like together, I was just like I don't see any connection. Anyways, like Foreshadow, for instance. To me, I don't know why that song was even on here. Like, it sounded like I was trying to figure out, like, is this like their theme song for like their webtoon? Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't get why it was on here. Maybe because I don't really know too much. I've been saying that this whole time, but I feel like I don't know if I don't necessarily, maybe because I don't really understand their concept as a group or whatever storyline that they have. Like, I think they're vampires. So, but they also mentioned pause in this song. So, and they mentioned like the lights and shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really trying to understand why this song was on here and what this song was about. So, anyways, I guess long story short, or to cut my thoughts short on this. Yeah, it was an okay album. As like, I don't know. Well, individually, I feel like each song was okay, but as an album, nothing flowed for me. And I think Foreshadow has something to do with Blood Altar. That's it.
Okay. So moving on to our next comeback. Well, not even our next comeback, our last comeback that we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about J-Hope's Jack in the Box, starting with our favorite songs. For me, honestly, I like this whole album from like the intro to the end. Loved it all. I mean, the intro really wasn't him, but like it was someone talking, but it just all went together. So I just liked it all. So I clearly had like a ton of favorites, but outside of like Arson and More, because those were like part of my top two, I really liked Equal Sign. For some reason it gave me like not Blackpink, I almost said Blackpink, goodness gracious, Black Eyed Peas, where's the love vibes. I don't know, it was just like something there. I was like, we all gotta, we gotta get along here, and I really love the message behind Equal Sign, basically, is what I'm saying. And then Future, I really liked Future, especially the chorus. It was really nice, and the lyrics are really nice for it too. And yeah, so those are like the additional two. I like the whole album, but those are okay, I'm done talking. Melissa.
Yeah, even Equal Sign, even the melody reminded me of the Black Eyed Peas song. So I don't know if that's what he was going for, but yeah, then the messages are like kind of similar, so it makes sense that remind you of that. My favorite song was Safety Zone.
That's a good one too.
I really liked the jazzy kind of vibes of it, and I really liked his flow. And I don't know who was doing the backing vocals, but they were singing. I thought it was G Soul, but apparently, but someone said in the comments of the song that he said on Instagram. I don't know. I would have to look it up myself. But someone said that he said on his Instagram live that it wasn't him. So whoever it was did a really good job at sounding like him. And yeah, it's a really great song. I mean, the lyrics are kind of sad because okay, so I'm not a gamer, so I don't really know about Safe Zone, so I have to look it up. But apparently it's like places in games where like nothing can like, or like I guess they're safe from like zombies, or I don't know why I thought of zombies off the top of my head, but like, or like cars, or like, because he mentions cars in the song, so I'll go with that. So like where nothing can like hit him or hurt him or something like that. So it's kind of sad that like the song is like, I think it's basically him looking for like where is he like safe from like, I don't know, criticism or whatever. It's very self-reflective. But outside of the like sad lyrics, I also just liked the flow and I liked the vibes of the song. So that's why that one was my favorite.
Yeah, the G Soul thing. Yeah, that got me. I thought it was him at first too, but then I realized it probably wasn't.
Because if it was him, I think he would have been credited somewhere in the song too.
Yeah, that's why. Like when I first listened to it, because I wasn't paying it. I was listening to it while I was working, and so I wasn't paying attention to like the titles that were popping up on my phone. But immediately when I heard it, I was like, "Is that G Soul?" And then I went and I was like, "Oh, that's not him," because he would have been on it. It would have said featuring G Soul.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I could see why people think that. But I agree, Safety Zone is like a really good song. Yeah, I really loved it. So are you ready to move on to the music video?
Yeah.
All right. So we're not going to talk about the music video for more. We discussed that in last episode. So if you want to hear our thoughts on that, go check that out. But we are going to talk about the music video for Arson. Alyssa, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts, it was extremely detailed. I don't think I realized how detailed it was until I saw a few of the behind the scenes for the music video, which, by the way, he put out so many, because there was one with Instagram that came out of nowhere, and then they also had his vlog. His whole vlog was about him getting ready for this album and like all of the like some of the preparation work that he did. And then they just put out one today that was a behind the scenes again of the filming. So I've seen quite a few, and I didn't realize how detailed it was. Like apparently the burnt, which I guess I should have figured that the burnt jumpsuit part was actually handmade. And like I saw like there was, I don't know why I didn't think it wasn't, but I guess I didn't think how like detailed it was. Like in one of the behind the scenes things that they did, clips, like it showed like the guy like putting on some sort of, I don't know, paint or some kind of material, and he was like, yeah, the texture comes through. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Anyways, it's just in like it was just showing like how much, how many times I'm gonna say detail, I don't know how much detail they put into everything. I thought it was very cool. And that they also use like real cars with the flames, like that part was actually real. The arson was CGI though at the end. I mean, it could have been real, but that would have been probably really dangerous. But like the stuff that they put on his face, to make it look like he was like actually burnt, I thought that was interesting. And yeah, so I just want to say like the makeup people and the people who did like the costuming for everything and like the set design, it was amazing. It was amazingly well put together. But yeah, put together well. It was put together well. Yeah, anyways. And then also I thought that J-Hope did a really great job at portraying the emotions for this video, because it was pretty, I guess, and even, I mean, I know we're not really talking about more, but this is the first time. Is this the first time? This might be the first time I've seen them do a music video. No, not the first time. First time in a long time that I've seen him do a music video with no choreo. And J-Hope mentioned in one of the behind the scenes clips that, he was worried about keeping the interest, keeping people's interest in the music video. So he was like really like, he was really focused on making sure that his expressions were big enough so that it didn't look like too boring, I guess. But it wasn't boring at all, and I don't know, I just thought he did a really good job at the expressions and portraying the emotions. And then I think because there wasn't a lot of choreo, and the whole point of this album I felt like was to focus in more on the lyrics in general. Because there wasn't a lot of choreo, it made you focus on the lyrics. I don't know if I just said that like twice, but yeah, that's all I was going to say about the music video. What about you?
I think just to add to it, I do agree. I like the simplicity of the music video, because when I saw, like, I feel like more, it was just like a lot going on. But Arson, it was just like he got straight to the point. It was like a very it was a very literal take on Arson. So yeah, I really liked it. And Yeah, basically I just agree with what you were saying about the music video. I will say to add, I really like the transition in the music video when he says my dreams, like they're done, like success done, like he was like checking off stuff basically. And it was crazy because when he was saying that in the video, there was a transition from everything being on fire, and then all of a sudden everything was like all the flames were put out, everything was burnt, like it was just like done. And I think it was even bright outside, so it was like it went from like night to day, or maybe it was, okay, I don't know. I think it was like a little darker before it went to like when everything was basically done being on fire. And so I just really like that because it was a visual like a visual representation of what he was saying in the lyrics. And I was like, ooh, that's nice. I even had to like rewind a few times to make sure I was seeing what I was seeing. Cause I was like, because like I don't speak Korean. So like I'm out here trying to like read the subtitles and then also pay attention to like what's going on the screen. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I really like it. So yeah, I really like that part. Yeah, and I think I agree with you. Everything was very detailed. I did like the jumpsuit. I also like the part where like they went like inside of him and his inside was on fire. Like I was like, whoo, I'm feeling this. I don't know. Anyway, I think I have more overall-ish thoughts to say. So, but that's really all I have to say about Arson. It was just like, well, you know what? I haven't watched the behind the scenes, so maybe you can answer this question. But he had like that big house in the back. Like it was a picture. I know it was a picture of it. Did they say why he chose that particular house or what?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just like wondering like why that house out of all houses. It looks very like white picket fence, traditional, like what you should strive for in life kind of thing. So I was just wondering if there was a reason why he chose it, but I guess he didn't talk about that. So I am done with my thoughts on Arson. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I guess I have more in my overall thoughts. So yeah.
Okay, well that's a good transition. So you can tell us your overall thoughts, Melissa.
Oh, okay. I forgot I was going first for this. All right. So yeah, my overall thoughts. I thought the album in general was very short. It was less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But I also think this is definitely a hip hop album, which was different from his last project for Hope World, which I felt like it did have hip hop elements, sort of. But I felt like it was also more R&B and pop focused. So, yeah, this one's definitely more hip hop. And I was wondering if that's also why he had. Oh, we didn't even talk about this because I don't think we're going to talk about this. But but he had a listening party for this album, and a lot of the people who attended were in that K hip hop space. And I was wondering if that was why he invited more of those people versus like, I don't know, just a lot of people versus like the like regular K-pop artists, because maybe that's who, I don't know, maybe that's who would not understand it more. But I don't know, maybe that is what I'm trying to say. Maybe like, because I feel like a K hip hop, like a hip hop artist would maybe have a different perspective for hip hop work than someone who is like a pop artist listening to the album. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know, because I feel like even if someone's in K-pop, they could still have an appreciation for hip hop. And there were some like K-pop artists there. Well, not like, also some of the K-pop artists that are out now that aren't like our age, they're a little younger, so I don't know if they would be there. Like I don't know. It just felt very like a lot of people that was there was like our age range, like older. Yeah. I don't know. And a lot of them, even if they were K-pop people, like they were more on like, I would say like the edgier side of K-pop. Yeah. The more like I'm gonna do what I want. I don't care what people say. Like, I'm my own person kind of thing. Not saying that like other K-pop artists aren't that way, but like I'm just saying they were very noticeable. Like you were like, oh, we know this person. I can see why they're there. But yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, and maybe so the live, like you said, a lot of people there were older, and I feel like more established in their respective like arts, crafts, but so I don't know. I was just thinking that maybe that's why he invited them, because they've done this type of music before, and they may have a different type of appreciation for it because they're more established in what they do. Not that a K-pop artist, like a newer K-pop artist, couldn't listen to it and be like, oh wow, this is really good, but like, I don't know. So yeah, I also thought that I thought it was kind of strategic in how he had put out music videos for one of the first songs on the album and then the last song on the album, because I felt like with more, he was saying, you know, there's more to me than what you had seen in of me as being part of BTS. And then with Arson, it seemed like he was saying, you know, he didn't really have to anything, he didn't really have to prove anything anymore, because him and, you know, being part of BTS, they literally set the world on fire with all of their accomplishments and what they've done. And so now he was kind of, it seemed like he was saying that, you know, he's saying, you know, he said, do I put out the fire or burn even brighter? Meaning, like, do I stop here and just like, am I content with what I've done, or do I keep going? Do I have more to prove? So I thought it was cool that he put out music videos. That's what I was saying, like, in terms of strategy. I thought it was interesting that he put out those music videos for those songs. But just in general, I thought the album was really good. You know, with this one, there was definitely a story from the intro. And the intro was great for people who aren't familiar with like Pandora's box and what and like what he and I guess his box concept for this album, Jack in the Box. So it really set the tone for the rest of the album. It was very self-reflective. Um, and even like I felt like Equal Sign to me was kind of like a detour from the other songs in the album, because the other songs in the album, I felt like it was just like him trying to figure out like who he was and where he's gonna go, and reflecting back on his success and how much further he wants to go. Whereas Equal Sign just was just like, yeah, everyone, let's get together and I don't know, respect each other's differences and just get along. And I felt like that was kind of like went back to the intro in Pandora's Box, where his role, I guess, in the group was always to like as Hope, like as J Hope, was his role was to like give hope to other people, to help them give them the will to carry on. So that's, I don't know. So to me, that's what Equal Sign seemed like. But yeah. Those are my thoughts about the album. It was really good. It was very short, but it was good. What about you?
I agree with everything you said. I agree that was a very hip hop album. For me, I felt like it was very like 90s hip hop to me.
Yeah.
Even mentioned like, yeah. And I thought it was crazy for What If, like the beginning piano. I was like, that sounds very familiar. I don't know where I heard it from, but I feel like it was sampled from something. And then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, I found out it was sampled from, I mean, I don't know if it was actually sampled from him or where he got it from, but I think it was sampled from Old Dirty Bastards, Baby I Like It Raw, like the beginning piano piece for What If. So I don't know. I just look like it was definitely like a hit nod to like the 90s music. I don't know, maybe that came out in the 80s, but I feel like it was the 90s when he came out with that. But it was just so funny because I've listened to this album like so many times, like probably like six times now, because it's so short. It's very easy to listen to over and over again. But I like every time I heard the song, I was like, where is this from? Like, I know it's from somewhere, but where? And so I finally figured it out. So putting that aside, I also agree with you. It was so short. It was so short. Because when I first listened to it and it like stopped playing, I was like, oh, that's it? That's all? Like I wanted more. Like I felt like I needed more of it, but even if it was short, I still like how like well rounded the album was. It felt very like real, and it felt like real and human, and you like kind of saw like even though there's like dark sides to everything, basically like you were saying with the intro, there is that like that hope that will follow through and you can like continue. I don't know, it was just like it was just laced throughout it and it just felt very real and relatable, which I really liked about it. And I also like that we got to see a different side of J-Hope. I feel like I said that last time too, but I feel like often we see like the very like sunshine part of him often, but this time we really got to like I feel like we got to see like his inner thoughts and like what sometimes lies behind this like sunshine part of him. Like I know he's still like the sunshiny J-Hope. I could definitely tell by when he was unboxing his stuff, like you can still tell like you know that J-Hope will always be there. But it's really nice to see like the other side, because like I do understand like he can't be like sunshiny all day every day 100% of the time. So it was really good to see that side of him. And yeah, like I mentioned, I guess I really listen to this all the time, like for a while now since it came out. Um, and yeah, I think it's a really good album and I really wanted to hear more. You got any more thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's called Shimmy Shimmy Ya.
Oh, Shimmy Shimmy Ya. When I looked it up, it was like, Baby I Like It Raw. So Shimmy Shimmy Ya.
Yeah, I think it's the part from Shimmy Shimmy Ya is Baby I Like It Raw, I guess.
Oh, well then I guess whoever put it online was wrong, because I just typed in like that piece of it. They were like, yeah, that's the name of the song. So Shimmy Shimmy Ya. I guess that's what I'm referring to.
It's from 1995, so
Okay.
okay.
So it's 90.
But yeah, that's all I was gonna say. I was also just wanted to agree with you, I guess, about, you know, we're seeing a darker side of what we would normally see of J-Hope and BTS, and I also want to see more. And I'm really excited to see how he's gonna perform these songs at Lollapalooza, because I mean, I'm just guessing he's gonna perform like all these songs or a majority of these songs, hopefully.
I do think he might perform some of his songs from his first mixtape though.
Hope World.
Yeah, Hope World.
Yeah, I feel like for sure he's probably gonna do Arson, More, and Equal Sign.
Yeah.
I feel like he has to do Equal Sign. Like, I don't know. I just feel like
everyone's really been liking it so far online, so
yeah,
I think he'll do that. But anything else?
No, this was just great. Like, overall thoughts about like everything that we talked about. I think my favorite project was J-Hope's project that we've reviewed. And I think it's mostly because honestly, I think mostly because this was the only album that felt like everything flowed together. And not that the others albums didn't have, you know, good songs. Just this, and maybe because we know more about J-Hope. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say like, because BTS is kind of like our old group, I guess. But just this project is just, and I don't know. It was great. It was really great. That's all.
I agree. And I think it also stands out because it's not a pop album. It's
Maybe,
a
yeah.
hip hop album. And I feel like I know they don't want to call it a mixtape. It's more like a solo album or whatever, because they went through that whole thing. I also feel like he had a lot more creative control over what was being put out. So it doesn't feel so like I don't know, for lack of a better word, like processed or like I I don't know. I just feel like it didn't. I feel like it didn't fully have to go. I mean, I know he probably had to get like permission from the company or whatever, but like I just feel like he had more hand in it than some of the other artists that we talked about today. So
that's true.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's that. I really didn't know where I was going with the next thing I was going to say. So go ahead.
I would say he is like the most established artist out of the ones that we've discussed today too. So that would make sense.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about J-Hope or
anything else? Nope.
The next thing we're going to talk about, it's not like really we're going to talk about it. It's like our past selves are going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the TXT concert. So basically, the clip you're about to hear is our thoughts about the concert this same night the concert happened. You can also watch this over on our YouTube channel tomorrow. Hopefully we put it out tomorrow. Fingers crossed. The link will be in the description. I also wanted to just like apologize in advance for this next clip because there's a lot of background noise due to the AC being on. And yeah, I think I also mentioned that in the clip as well. So I might just be like repeating myself, but just wanted to give you a heads up. But that being said, here's our initial thoughts on our experience at the TXT concert. So we thought we would do a little something different this time. We are joining you from our hotel in New York after the TXT concert, and we just thought we would give you our first our thoughts on the concert, like pure first thoughts. Okay, granted it's like after dinner because we were hungry, but like it's our thoughts. And so if there's background noise, we're really sorry. We have the AC on because like it's hot out here. So yeah, so we don't really have a format for this, so we're just gonna talk. I don't know, do you want to start from like the beginning, or do you just want to talk about the most important part, how like the members walk past us?
I mean, I guess beginning, the only thing I have to say about the beginning, I mean, it was really just organized in general, like outside
the venue.
Yeah, outside the venue.
We were at Madison Square Garden, the Hulu Theater. Yeah, I don't know how they were just organized. They didn't have like lines set up, so it was more so like we're all like funneling into this one door. Okay, I talk a lot with my hands.
That's fine, because that means you're expressive.
But yeah, so that was a thing.
Yeah, it took a while for us to get inside. By the time we got in, it was like 7:10 or something like that. Almost.
No. Was it?
It was like, because I remember looking at the time and being like, oh, it's 6:50. I hope they're going to like get us in. Mm-hmm. And by the time we got to the metal detectors, it was like 7:10.
There definitely probably was people that were late to the concert by being outside.
Most likely, yeah.
I guess that's why they told us to be there an hour early. We didn't heed it, but normally we don't have to be there an hour early, and we're still fine. They're like, come an hour early, but like we still get in. But that's because they're disorganized, and that's why it's like an hour.
I get it now.
Yeah.
We also missed the beginning of the show because we were in line to get the light stick.
We did not miss the beginning of the show.
So we almost missed the beginning of the show. If we had stayed in the light stick line, we would have missed it.
I don't think we would have missed it because they definitely started late. They started like 10-15 minutes late.
Was it that long?
Yeah. It was at least 10 minutes late. First of all, they tried to spook us because they were like, oh, go now. The show starts in 10 minutes, and we're sitting there and they're playing like 2 videos and we're still just like waiting. True. But I think maybe there might have been people outside that were still trying to get in, so maybe they like delayed it a little bit.
Maybe. It's nice of them if they did.
Yeah.
If that was the reason. I wonder if that's also why we got out so late. We got out later than I thought we would.
Yeah, but I think it's the same like runtime, right? I don't know. They stopped a lot to talk to the audience, and like they allowed everyone to like really cheer. So I don't know. It was a whole thing. But we ended up getting our light stick.
after running in between VCRs twice.
That was a whole thing.
Did you want to talk about? Well, go ahead. What? I was gonna say, like, we ran to get the light stick. First of all, we ran to the seat at like 7:30 because we thought they were gonna be starting at 7:30 because, like you said, they like spooked us. And then we ran to get our light stick in between when one of the VCRs were playing. Then we ran back when she was like, "Oh, you don't want to miss this part." Mm-hmm. And then we ran back from another VCR to get it paired, and then we ran back to our seats before the VCR ended.
I like to add that running there involved going up multiple stairs and then coming down multiple stairs and then going back up multiple stairs. I promise you I will never do that again. I'll never do it again. That was too, like, we should have just got there earlier.
Probably.
We should have just got there earlier because, like, what?
We didn't miss any of the actual performance, though.
No, but we were running for our lives.
Yeah, we were.
I was hot.
I was hot, too.
I was so hot. The girl that was sitting next to me, mm-hmm. when we came back with our light stick, she was like, "Oh my God, you went and got your light stick too?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Okay, good." And so then we all left to go get a pair, which I thought was strange. Like, with BTS, you can have like an app and then you can just pair it yourself. And they didn't make it very clear if there was an app for it or not, but they had the pairing station, so it seemed like you just had to pair it with them. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's strange because Hybe always, like, I don't know, they're from the same company, so wouldn't they offer the same availability?
Apparently not.
But they don't care about us, so it's okay.
Yeah, that was really annoying. If they had an app, and even when I was looking at, I don't think there was an app. Because normally they would say in the instructions, download the app. Or mm-hmm. They just say click a screen or something. It made it seem like... Anyways, yeah. That was really strange. Because we would have saved a lot of time running and not having to run back to pair it if we could do it. We could do it on our own.
We were like little errand people just going back and forth. Ridiculous. But I mean, it was worth it. I mean, after I got my light stick, I was really happy.
It was so funny. They did the wave before we had the light stick. So it just was like...
You were like, it counts for something. I almost turned on my flashlight on my phone, but I was like, I don't want to waste the battery because I want to take video.
But it was nice when we did get it.
Yeah. But I mean, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think it was really nice I didn't mind not having it for the concert personally, mm-hmm. but it was nice having it for the songs that I didn't really know well. I could at least, like, participate and kind of pretend that I knew the song and, like, knew what was going on, but really I'm just following what everyone else is doing, mm-hmm. and just, yeah, that's basically it. What were you going to say?
I forgot. It happens all the time, but I remember later. But, I was going to say, but, like, I enjoyed the concert.
Oh, yeah, we took the concert.
Like, the concert was really good. They did a lot of songs, and the one thing I really liked was they talked about, they chose this, like, they chose the songs, or they helped choose some of the songs.
Oh, they did?
To perform. I feel like that's, okay, I don't know if that's what he was saying, that's what they were saying, because for me, the way I understood it was that, like, they chose certain songs to express a certain, like, idea or story to like get something across to MOA. Mm-hmm. But I could be wrong, and I think that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you while we were in the concert, but I forgot to. But it seems like you didn't get that either.
No. So that's really nice of them, though.
Yeah, I thought that's what they were doing. But maybe not. But it's nice that they performed songs that people actually wanted to see live.
Yes.
So that was good. I mean, because, like, Lonely Boy, that's not really a group song. Mm-mm. So they did transform it to be a group song.
At the end,
so that was nice. This concert was really... Okay, I feel like when we first talked about us going to TXT, I was just, like, really excited to see what they were, like, live. Because, like, I'm one of those people that, like... loves to see people live, and it lets me know that, like, they're a great artist. Not that they're not a really good artist, but, like, you know, it just solidifies it in my mind. I just want to say they're absolutely amazing. If you have a chance to go see them because they're awesome. Their vocals are amazing. Rapping is amazing. Dancing is amazing. They are amazing. I think I have a crush on them now.
Yeah, I just joined their V-Live group or V-Live thing or whatever so that I can get notifications when they go live. Because I feel like I've seen a few of their, like, variety show things that they've done. So I had, like, sort of an understanding of a little of the personality. But I feel like tonight, they were just really funny. And they're, like, really cute.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much personality they really had. Like, I mean, I knew they had, like, a personality. But, like, just seeing how they interact with... Oh, God, I feel like this is, like, taking me back to when I fell in love with BTS. Because that's how I started really liking them. Because I started watching them and learning who they were as people, how they interact as a group. And then I was like, yeah, I loved them. So I feel like this is happening all over again.
Oh my God.
It's okay though. I like it. It's a good thing. Also, if we look tired, we sound a little rough. It is 2 o'clock in the morning.
There's a clock right there.
Oh, I didn't. It was in front of me. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were screaming. So
yeah,
I want to apologize for lying it.
And we've had a long day.
Oh my God, yes.
We got here this morning, and then we had to change rooms. That's the long story.
Hair everywhere. There was hair everywhere. That's really the story.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much the whole story. And then so we had to change rooms, and then we had to rush to get ready. And then we did the concert, and then we had dinner after. And then, anyway, so we're kind of tired, but
I thought it'd be fun to do this. First thoughts.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. I mean, honestly, we usually stay up till about 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning talking about, like, the concert or whatever we went to anyway, so it's, like, totally fine.
Okay, so back to the concert.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I kind of took it to the tangent too. But yeah, so you were talking about interactions, and like that's how you start to fall in love with groups, and that's how we fell in love with BTS, and I would agree.
Also, speaking of interactions, Melissa, do you want to talk about your interaction today?
Oh, I almost forgot. I didn't know we were there yet.
We weren't, but you started talking about interactions, and I just segue, you know.
So I just wanted to preface this by saying, like, when we got the tickets, like, I don't think anyone knew what was going to happen when the world tour, you know, was announced. And, you know, we just knew we got really good seats, because I'm particularly really short. I mean, Amber's short too, but I'm, like, short. And so I always have issues, so I really wanted to hopefully be, like, on the end, and so we were lucky enough to get tickets on the end. So I was just excited about that in general. Little did I know that they were actually going to go into the aisle. But even when we knew that they were going to the aisle, I think both of us thought they were just going to be, like, we were in, like, the second section, so there's, like, a first section and, like, an aisle there, and then second section, and then, like, aisle in between the sections in the second section. Anyways, we thought maybe they were gonna stop in the first sections and then go back on stage, but they went around in the sections, including our sections. So we saw them, and they were right there. Like, this was us, and they were like,
this is her, this is us, I am them. We were here. Well, you were really, like, here.
I was really right
and
there.
I was like, here.
I'm like, oh my God. All you can hear in the recorder is like, oh my God, they're really coming this way. Multiple. Because did all of them come through there? I think it was just 3, right?
Well, the first time, I can't remember who exactly came through. I think only a few members came through, but the second time, I think maybe the members that didn't get to our side at first also. But I think Subin came twice to our side.
Yeonjun.
But Hyun Kai, he came to our side. I mean, he didn't go up the aisle, but he did come to our side, which he didn't do at the beginning. So that was nice. I mean, I wish he would have come up like the stairs, but I don't think they had time. I think there was a timing thing with the what is that thing called? The song. It was a timing with the song.
So yeah, that was really fun. And then they came up, and did you just say that they came up and then came down like the same aisle, like the same? Like I thought they were just gonna go up and then around, but they went. Ooh. I don't know what happened. I think hopefully you didn't see anything. I hit my cami. Anyways, they went up and then they came down the same aisle, so that was amazing. The second time they came around, I feel like, we were ready, or like
I was more prepared for them to come around.
So I stuck my hand out, I was like this. I didn't want to be like this. To make it seem like, I was going after them or whatever, because that wasn't the case at all. I mean, I just stuck it out. So if he wanted to initiate a hand pass or whatever, my hand would have just been there. And so, I had it out like this. I was like this. Sorry. And then Subin came up and he just went like that. Like, he went like that.
But you know what's funny? I was confused why he didn't do it the first time when they came around, because the girl. Wait, do you think he knew the girl in front of us? Because I think the second time he came around, he was that when he made the heart with her?
I think so.
Because I was like, he stood there a little long, so I was like, maybe they know each other. I don't know, maybe it was his cousin.
Maybe
or, family might have come to see. I don't know. But if he made a heart with her, that would explain why he was in the front of the anywho, back to your story.
I don't know. I know, but yeah, second time he was kind of rushing, but she had her hand out already, and he made the heart with her, so maybe I don't know. What was my story? Oh, so the first time, I didn't know that we could do that, because they were because they kept saying, they announced beforehand, guys, please stay in your seat, or I don't think he meant literally, I think he just meant stay in your section or whatever. And so to me, and I didn't want to seem like I was trying to grab at them. So, and I didn't really pay attention to what other people were doing on the other side until the girl behind me stuck out her hand, and they did, he touched her hand, and I was like, oh, okay, so I guess that's okay. Sorry, I don't have much experience with idol seats and touching idols, and I don't know, that sounds so weird.
Yeah, I think the only interaction we've ever had with that idol was the Rose, when we did the little high five thing. So. Yeah,
and that was very controlled and timed, and it was a very structured experience. And so sometimes with Korean K-pop idols, it seems like they're oh no, okay, we're going to, this is not part, but okay, for instance, we're going to Sunmi's concert later this year, and one of the instructions is do not touch, no hugging's allowed, things like that. It's in the rules.
Oh, with her?
Yeah, with her.
I'm about to say with each other.
Oh, no, not with each other. I mean with her, it's strictly prohibited from hugging her or touching her or whatever.
So is she gonna do with some of the other okay, this is off topic, but but she's doing a meet and greet. It's not she's walking through the aisle. Yeah. It's a legit, because I know when they were doing meet and greets lately, or maybe was it Stray Kids that went on tour where they had the glass between them and they just waved.
I feel the God stuff can do that too. For some reason, I feel pretty much all the meet and greets have been like that. Yeah. A glass thing in between people, and people are what's the point? I guess the point is that
you're close.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's your chance to really have at least some sort of one-on-one, where the idol actually sees you. Not one of those things where you're in the audience and the idol glances at you, and then you're he looked at me. But they really didn't, honey. They're looking at the seat. Okay, I'm not gonna say that.
They can see you. They looked at them.
Okay.
And I mean,
yeah, sure.
You believe it. But anyways, so you got to touch his hand.
Yeah, I got to touch his hand. That's basically it. And it's very soft, and I think he definitely moisturizes his hand, so good on him.
This one girl that I saw after the concert, okay, wait, I was going to say 3 different things, but after the concert, she had got close. I guess she was on the end, and she took a picture of him and immediately made that her screensaver. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was like
so cute.
His face is like here, and it's just like so cute. I was like, how did you get that? That's such a good picture. And she was like, you just gotta be quick with the picture.
I could just imagine being like,
yes.
I wish I had thought that in advance. I was just in such shock. I have a video of when he reached his hand out, though.
I was in shock too, but I freaked out like a child. I was like, oh my, like, I don't know. I guess it's because, like, with you, like you were saying, we didn't know they were gonna be like
there.
And so it was like, oh, like,
this is
you're here. It's like, you're in my face. Like, you're in distance, you know?
Literally.
Like, and it's not like you don't even get that close when you're front row seat at a concert. When I tell you, okay, so that happened, and then right after that happened, they went off stage, and then that's when we ran outside to get our light stick. I was still shaking from this experience, standing in line. My hands were like, I was like, oh, can I get a light stick? Thank you.
Yeah, my heart was slow palpitating.
I was like, did that happen? Like, oh my god. Okay, like, we're really going on and on about this, but like,
that was a big moment.
It is a big moment because you're not able to like experience that any other time. So
that was amazing.
That was nice. But I mean, the performances were really good too. I think maybe like when we actually record like a full episode, like maybe I'll go more into like every performance. But there was one performance that stuck out, and it was Can You See Me? They did like this, I feel like it was like a live instrumental version of it, but also they changed it to like a what did you say,
rock?
A rock version. And it was crazy because in my video I was like, oh, because they were taking a little long to come out for that section. And I was like, where are they? Are they there? Because I can't see them. And then then they came out with the song, and I heard like, I think like in the first one it was like the guitar and like I think it was like a drum or something, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna be good. And I wish they would release stuff like that, like live concert versions of things, but they don't. So yeah, do you have any more like initial thoughts? I mean, you probably have. I mean, if you like go listen to the actual episode for this, we probably have more thoughts. And those of you guys that are like listening in the podcast right now, in the episode where we're using this, we are also on YouTube, so that's why I said that. But we'll probably have more thoughts there. That was just like a long-winded way to say we'll have more thoughts later.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
I mean, I just like that they performed a lot of the songs that I didn't think they were going to perform, because to me they seemed like B-sides that just wouldn't be performed live. So I was really excited to hear like Frost. I love Frost. Wishlist. I didn't even think that was like a big song, but apparently it is. I don't know, maybe because I'm also like not really deep into their fandom. I'm just like, it's just a song that I'm just like really enjoying. I was just like, oh wow, just like really popular, and I was just really happy that they performed it. Lonely Boy, like that was amazing.
All of them.
And Yeonjun rapping, oh my god, he's a great rapper. Ooh, that one VCR where they were wearing the suits.
I promise you, I had my mouth on, but like my mouth was like, oh my god,
like, oh.
I think even at one point I turned to you and I was like, they're fine. Like, they're so cute. Like, I don't know. I'm like, when did they go from like looking like cute little boys to like looking like adults?
And it's only been 3 years.
That's what shocked me, because it feels like they've been out longer.
Same.
But I think the pandemic makes you feel like everything is just like dragged on.
And honestly, they've had so many comebacks. They've had so much content.
Yeah. Which is why they probably can go on a world tour right now. Well, I mean, other groups will go on world tours and they only got like 4 songs out. And they do covers. Not bad.
That's true. I guess. Yeah, it also made me sad, kind of sad. I mean, good, you know, for us as fans being there watching them perform. But it made me kind of sad that they were just performing in like this small arena when they have the discography that, I don't know, they're such a, like, they have the fans, I'm sure they can bring the numbers for like larger venues. And I think even when they were in Seoul, they were in, was it Jam Show? I think it's called Jam Show. I just remember, only reason why I know that they were like in a, I think that place is like bigger, is because I was looking for merch. I was hoping they would have merch pickup for the New York concerts. I didn't see anything. They didn't have anything for Chicago, so I don't know why I thought they would have something for New York, because I didn't want to stand in line. But anyways, they performed at like a larger places before, so I don't know why. But okay, I think because they were in, because they knew they were gonna walk around. Maybe that's why they chose a smaller venue.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that. I think as fans, when the dates and the locations or venues first came out, we were all just like, that's weird. They have such a huge fan base. Why would you put them in these small places? And maybe they were thinking the logistics of what they're planning to do. So,
yeah, we kind of sound silly now because we all were complaining. Why would they put them in? It's like, because they wanted to be close to you.
Yeah.
They wanted to be, it was nice. It was very, also, I wanted to say this about the concert. It felt very, like, interactive and less, like, performance-y, because they really interacted a lot with the fans. They stopped and talked to you, and I mean, not like you, but like us. That's what I want to say, like us. They talked to us. So I really appreciated that. I don't know. I've never, like, I don't think I've ever followed a group that was a little bit newer like they are when they first started going on tours. Because it just felt, it's very different. I mean, okay, the only other one I can think of is like BTS that's like bigger that I've gone to see. And so it's very different, but for some reason, I really like this style of concert because it feels very intimate and you feel like you guys are really enjoying, like, not that you're not enjoying the concert, but like, you guys are one. And it's just like, you're chilling. Really, really like that. But you were about to say something.
Was I about to say something?
Yeah, you look like, you sound like you were about to say something. But I guess not.
I don't remember if I was about to say something.
Okay. Anything else?
I mean, I guess that's it. I think I'm just gonna agree with you about the small venues and like this more like intimate, because I feel like they really did, like, I don't know, okay, maybe they knew about the fan projects. There was a couple, well, I think the official one, there was an official fan thing, I don't know what it's called, a slogan, like there was an actual part where
the banner,
the banners that I think their company may have put on. But it was also like a smaller fan project that was put on. And sometimes I feel like with the bigger groups or bigger audiences, I feel like they don't, maybe not always know. Well, I don't know, never mind.
You mean the company, they don't know what the company is going to do?
Well, like, I don't know that they recognize all the different fan projects unless someone, like, points it out. But I feel like this one was, like, really well organized. And, like, who was it? I can't remember who it was that actually read the banner. Not the banner, the sign. I thought that was nice.
Yeah, I don't remember who read the banner, I'm not going to lie.
I don't either.
But he did read the back of the banner that told you to hold it up during a certain part of the song. I think I have the banner. Okay, I could go get it, but I don't like it enough. But it was a cute banner. Yeah. It was really cute.
I didn't take the official one, but I have the fan one.
Yeah, I took the official one. But you know, you're right though. Well, I mean, okay, I'm about to talk about BTS again. I'm really sorry, guys. But I was just saying, when they did the fan thing, like with the hearts, the Jin hearts and the moon, they noticed that. But I think it's just because you're close. And those were instances where, like, it was one thing. Look, okay, for the TXT concert, that was the only well-organized one that they had. Like, I feel like if there was, like, multiple ones going on, it would have been too much. But, yeah. Ooh, okay. Anything else?
They spoke a lot of English.
Oh, yeah, they did. They spoke all English. I did not hear it. The only Korean I heard was in the songs. Like, I don't remember them in anything else.
That's true. That was just, I don't know why I don't know. And their pronunciation was really good. I don't know if I was surprised. I guess I wasn't expecting it to be all in English. Normally, from when I've gone to other concerts, it's like maybe a few members speak in English and the others speak in Korean, because that's probably what they're more comfortable with. So they also had teleprompters, but you still have to like be able to recognize the words and know what they are. Like, I don't know, I don't know. I just I thought that was cool. And it shows that they put a lot of effort in preparation, I guess, in what they did, but I wouldn't expect them to not.
Sure.
But I was just surprised, I guess, sort of, at like the fact they spoke all English. And the sets were really nice.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the car, how they had a full-on car on there.
I think it's when you pull out your phone. I don't know, maybe you just want to record the song, but I was like, oh, the car, and you record.
Oh, well, okay. Well, from where I was sitting, I could see the car behind stage.
Oh.
And so I was like, but I didn't know what they were going to use the car for, because I was like, why? But then they pulled it out, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing here. So it wasn't really a shock to me that they had a car being used, but I liked it. The steps were a nice touch. It's more so like the graphic visuals that they projected on the screen. I don't know if it's projected, but shown on the screen, those were really nice.
Yeah. It was just really well put together, I thought, for being in a small area. And I don't think they had any backup dancers. Wasn't it just them the whole time?
It was just them.
It just hit me that it was literally just them.
It was just them.
Wow.
I really liked it. Also, you okay. I'm about to give a shout out to their behind the scenes people, because they were really good. They had it like together. Like, I've never gone to a concert where they actually had, I feel like it's staff that's traveling with them, maybe. I think, I could be wrong. But, like, they were, like, very helpful. If you had a question, you would ask them. They're like, oh, yeah, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And then they were, like, also walking the aisles. I was like, okay, so they're doing their job. And I don't know, because, like, I don't know. I just felt like I knew where I was going and what I was doing, where normally with other concerts, I'm like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Can this happen? Can this not happen? Where everything was just kind of, like, there. Or you're looking for someone to ask a question to, and then didn't someone at one point send us the wrong way at another concert or something like that?
That was a BTS concert. They sent us halfway down the wrong way.
Okay, yeah.
And that's when I was wearing the 4.5-inch heels. Anyways.
But yeah.
Boots. Anyways,
so,
yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, this one was organized.
Yeah, like, once we left the herd outside,
yeah,
it was okay. People were very helpful inside, which was nice. And they all seemed pretty coordinated. They seemed to work well together. I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, the team just in general, I agree.
Yeah,
did a good job.
I like them. They were cool. I don't know. We've been really upping, like, shouting out, like, the behind the scenes people. But, like, y'all are good.
And they really pumped up the show. Like, when we were trying to, after we got the light, after we got the light stick, and the girl was like, oh, you don't want to miss this or whatever. Like, you were like, oh, we really don't want to miss it. We would run back.
That's true, though. I didn't want to miss it.
I mean, it's true, but she could have said nothing and could have just let us miss it. And that's another thing. They must know the schedule, like, to a T. To know, like...
I would hope so. Would hope so.
To know, like, 2 minutes, the show's starting 2 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay.
They were very helpful. It was funny. It was funny when we went out to buy. Obviously, this is all over the place. But when we went out to go buy our light sticks, I was asking the guy. I was like, "Hey, can we buy light sticks?" Because they had, like, taken up all, like, you know how normally they have, like, little ropes that go back and forth, taking them all up. Looked like they were, like, shutting down everything. And I go out there, I was like, are we getting lights? Like, can we get light sticks? Because I asked him earlier, I was like, are you guys still selling light sticks during the concert? And he was like, yeah, we're going to sell them until they get sold out. And I was like, okay. And so we came back out, and I was like, can we get a light stick? And he was like, yeah, hold on though. And he's like, who took the lines away? Why did you shut down the register? We need light sticks over here. What are you guys doing? We need light sticks over here. And then it was just so funny because all of a sudden I hear someone say, they're coming.
That's probably all they heard, like, all evening, all day.
Oh my God. I was like, that just sounds so scary.
Where are the light sticks?
Like, they're coming. Because the people were literally, like, running. Okay, we were some of those people. We were running out to go get it. But it was just so funny because, like, the guy behind the counter was like, oh my God, we don't have light sticks here yet. Oh, then we get, oh, do you need one? And two, and we're like, we're so sorry, we don't have this. And the girl was like, my register is off. And then she logged into another register. And then the guy, I guess he was like the manager that ran everything, he just looked so angry. He's like, what are you guys doing? Like, we're still selling stuff. But I guess like for them, they're probably like used to like things shutting down once the show starts, maybe. But
not during K-pop
we were coming.
concert.
We were coming for those light sticks. Oh God.
That was funny. Is that way that I saw them like rushing to like set up the register? I was like, why was it shut down?
That's what he was asking. He was like, what are you doing? Who? He said, who told you to shut it down? He was panicking. I mean, I guess I would be panicking too. Like if I was like a manager and like my employees aren't doing what they're supposed to. Like who gave you the approval to do such a thing?
Yep.
And then the girl, poor girl behind the register was like, I just want to go home. I'm tired.
She said that?
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
God.
Poor thing. And I'm over here like rushing, trying to get like this girl in front of me only had cash.
Oh yeah.
And so she was like, oh, can you pay for me and I can just give it? I was like, yeah. And so like I'm trying to like put my money away that she gave me, and I was also going to take it. And I was like, Melissa, can you just grab them? Because I know all these other people trying to get their light stick. And the guy behind the counter was like, and I was like, you laughing? I'm serious. That's what I was thinking in my head, because like I know we only have
a certain amount of time.
Yes, for these VCRs. But can I talk about this real quick? Because those VCRs is this short. They're this short.
I forgot about that.
They're this short. Because me and Melissa are like, they changed that fast? Like, wow. We were like, it must be nice to be young. I mean, like, when we go to BTS concert, we got like a good 3, 4, 5 minutes.
You could be in the front row, whatever. Go and take a bathroom break during BTS's VCR. Come back, and the VCR is still going.
Yeah. Didn't happen here. That only happened one time, but it's also because we didn't stand in line. When we went to the pairing station and we came back to the concert, it was still going. So there were a few that we did get to see, and those VCRs were nice. I mean, we talked about one earlier. I really thought I didn't have anything else to say, but I guess I didn't. So,
yes, what's your initial thoughts? What was the initial thoughts about like experience?
Yeah, this is my initial reaction. I feel like some of this stuff I wouldn't have remembered if we would have waited. So I'm really happy that we did that.
So we wanted to do it now.
Yeah.
Also,
go ahead.
We were to talk about the freebies.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, we made like freebies of photo cards of each of the members and some group photo cards, which we put together on the train on the way down here because we really wanted to get them out. But honestly, it's fun. When we went to past concerts, it was just really fun to have, people give us freebies. We were like, that would be fun to do for one of the concerts that we go to, and we decided to do TXTs. And it was so nice. It was really nice. It was a lot of pressure at first because I feel like neither one of us is like the best at like talking.
We are introverts.
We're introverts who can be, I feel like we pretend to be extroverts or we can pull it out when needed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like at work, if I have to talk to somebody, I can talk to somebody. Or like if we're out and about and we need something and it's like we need it, I feel like one of us can talk. Do we want to? No. Are we going over what we're going to say in our head like 4 times? Yeah. But that, I mean, at least it gets done. Like we don't let it stop us from this really got deep. I'm just saying, we don't let it stop us from completing a task or doing what we want to do. We try not to let that, hinder our lives. And if you're the same way, you can do it too, Anyways,
yeah, so we made freebies, and our plan, I think, was when we were standing in line to pass them out. But honestly, like I said, we've said multiple times, when we first got there, it was just a herd of people, and I think we were all just kind of nervous about, anxious, I guess, not nervous, but anxious about getting in time and getting through everything to get to our seats so we can get to this performance on time, or the concert on time. So, I don't know, I felt like it was also just a high stress environment at the time, which is why I didn't feel as though that was the time to give away the freebies. But we did do a test run when we sat down in our seats and we asked people next to us and behind us if they wanted freebies, and that went well. And so we had decided, based on that test, that we could then build the confidence to give away the rest of them at a later time. But later time didn't come until the concert was over.
That's because we were ripping and running.
That's true.
And it's kind of tough to hand it out during the concert.
That's true.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything during the concert.
Me either, actually. It's either before or walking to. Not even really walking to. I got stuff. It was mostly before, we were just sitting around waiting, or after. So we did it after, and people were really nice about it. I feel like some people, this one couple did look at me like,
what is this little girl doing, coming up to it?
But I showed them the card. I was like, card, do you want a free card? It's a photo card. And I looked at them like, did you go to the concert? To make sure that to just choose two random people on the street of New York to give them these photo cards of men they probably don't even know. But yeah, they just looked at me and I was like, free card, it's a photo card, and they were like, oh, thank you so much. And anyway, so other than some of the awkwardness and confusion, people were generally just really nice about it, and they were excited if they got their bias. They asked they asked me, how did you like the show, and so it was really nice, and it was really fun. It was really encouraging because it didn't make me feel weird, because I thought it was going to be weird. I mean, at first it was, and some people were like, what are you doing? But it was nice, and we're probably going to do it again
for 17.
Yeah. But yeah,
I felt the same way. I think you just have to approach it a proper way, because at first I was like, oh, do you want a freebie? And they're like, and then I started to have to present the photo first and say it's a freebie. And then at some point I was just like, it's a freebie, it's totally free, we're just giving them out, do you want one? And then people were like, yeah. And I feel like when more people saw us giving it out, they were like, you know when you get that little, I want one, but I don't want to ask you for one, but I do want one. And so I saw the desire in their eyes. I was like, you want one? You want one?
It doesn't look like you're like, you want one?
But I mean, when we were talking, Melissa had mentioned we are in New York, and someone's always trying to sell you something or give you some, or some card. So I completely understand. I think it's also because we were outside. I feel like if we did it while I handed out a few when we were inside, in our aisle before we walked outside to exit, and so they were a little more open to getting it. But I think it's just because we weren't out on the street. We were outside, because there was somebody selling posters for $10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this guy selling posters for $10. I was like,
that's usual.
You can go get one from Five Below probably for $5. I don't know if their stuff is in Five Below. I don't know that. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, if you guys ever see us, and we might have freebies at the concerts, hopefully. I mean, they were pretty cool to make. I like them, especially little stickers. I should have some stickers for myself. Okay, I'm done talking.
I kept one.
You kept one. I should have kept more.
I should have kept more. I think I saw the 2 photo cards. Did I keep 2 or did I keep 1?
I kept 2.
I think I kept 1, and I can't remember. I hope I kept 2.
Oh,
I really like that one group one that.
I think you might not have taken it out. I don't remember you taking it out when we were on the train.
I don't remember us taking it out either.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was fun.
Yeah.
That was new. It was a fun experience. It was. Interesting experience.
So if anybody, happened to see us there and got a freebie, thank you for taking them and not judging us with handing it to you and being very nice about it. Because you never know.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's now 2:38 in the morning, and our neighbors are probably upset, but I don't really care.
What neighbors, below us or next to us?
There's one right beside us.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I think there's one on that side too.
That's the hallway.
No, there's like another room on the other side, I think, because there's 2 rooms down there. But anyway.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to say?
I think I'm all talked out. I think we just hit the most... I feel like we hit the parts that were, like, fresh in our minds. That if we had waited, like, next week or whenever, when we would officially record, I would have forgotten. So, I mean, I guess, are we doing, like, last thoughts for this initial thoughts?
Well, I was just saying, do you have anything else to say?
I'm just really happy that Sue can touch my hand, and I will forever remember that. And I will forever remember how close we were to them. I don't know if we'll ever get... Actually, I don't want to jinx it and say that we won't. But we got some amazing seats, and I'm glad that we did, and I'm glad that we came and we saw them. And also, did we talk about how they sound really nice? They sound like the records live.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
Especially when I did the acapella for Lonely Boy. I don't know if I talked about that. But it was cute because, like, they had, like, the original singer. I have my ring in my hand. Sorry, guys. The original singer. Well, they are the original singers. Whatever.
Well, 2 of them are the original singers. Yeah,
well, they had them, like, leave. And then the other 3 members were there. And then they were singing the song. And they were like, the 2 that said the song were like, okay, we're back, let's do this, you guys go off. And so what they really would do is just put a little jacket on backstage and probably taking a little rest while they were doing it. But they all sounded so good. Like I was saying, like, oh my god, like, you guys can, like, sing, like, what? Because, sometimes they have, like, backing tracks when they're dancing, which makes sense because
it's a lot of movement.
Not a lot of people can dance and sing at the same time. I mean, I couldn't think of, like, one person. But I can think of one person off the top of my head that can. But it's tough, especially when it's doing the moves that they're doing. Because every time you hear them, like, do the talking parts, they're always like,
and they was sweating. Cutie Kai was sweating.
Yeah, but I feel like whenever I see him perform, he's always sweating.
Maybe he sweats easily.
Maybe.
Some people do.
But that just means he's putting his heart and soul into it, and I appreciate that. Not that the other members weren't. You guys
I think some people just sweat easily.
Yeah. Anywho, yes. I say all that to say, I agree. They sound amazing live. Like, I literally would love to see them again in concert.
Same.
But at a bigger venue. Well, I mean, if it's a small venue and they do what they did this time,
that's fine.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I guess this is also just a lesson in, like, never doubt the seats that you get sometimes, because you never know what's going to happen. You just, like, really, we did not know. Like, we did not know that they were going to come out. And yeah, maybe we'll, like, put videos somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to insert it into this video, but yep.
Yeah, the one video, I mean, like, maybe. I think it was so much shock, like, the video, even if you see the video, you might not even know who it is, but you see the outfits.
Yeah, I think at some point I had, like, stopped recording, because at first I was recording them. Like, I remember seeing the recording.
On the stage?
Yeah, like, I was recording them on the stage, like, coming down, and I don't know what happened in between me getting that, but, like, the video's just gone. And so I don't know if I like deleted it by accident. Maybe I can look into my my thing.
Is that what? Did you turn me and say they're coming or something like that?
Huh?
Did you say that?
Yes. Cause I don't know if you could see. Cause I don't think you could see. And I was like, oh, they're coming. They're coming.
I remember that.
They're coming.
I was like, what is she talking about?
What are you talking about? Then you saw them right there, and you were like, oh, they're coming, huh? They're coming. I was freaking. Like, I had to breathe. I had to say pause. And then when they were coming, I wasn't ready. But yes. So just like, you know, trust your seats sometimes, because
Trust your seats.
you never know. You never know. And you never know, even if you don't have like the seats that you want to. You never know who you'll meet around you that will make the whole thing fun.
Yeah.
Although, okay, one last thing I'm gonna say, it's not really about TXT themselves, but when we got there, I thought there was gonna be an argument because this lady was sitting in the wrong section, and the girls next to us, they were like, these are our seats. Mm-hmm. And the lady kind of got like a little attitude with them and was like, nah, this is my seat. And then the lady, okay, can I talk about these security people that were there? Because they were on it. Because this lady peeped it. She saw and it was like, can I see your tickets?
She went up to, I thought, okay, yeah.
You thought they called her over?
Yeah.
No. She walked up to them and was like, can I see your tickets? And they were like, she was like, yes, ma'am, you're in the wrong section. And I was like,
nip that in the bud.
Yo. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like lately when we've gone to concerts, like security is like on point. So I guess they have to be.
Yeah, there was this one bald guy. He definitely took his job seriously.
You know, at first I thought it was a little much, but after knowing the fact that they were gonna be like walking through the crowd, they really want to keep them safe. Mm-hmm. I understood, and maybe that's why they had so much staff there, like out. Who was that lady that kept standing next to
That's what I was trying to... I kept trying to be like, you, but you were just like... And I was like, okay, so you don't see this lady literally right here?
But you know what I think it is? When I felt you looking at me... Because I was thinking the same thing. Because I was looking at my corner like, what is she doing? Like, who is she? Why is she so close to Melissa? Like, what's happening? And then, but I think when I felt you looking at me... By the time I looked at you, you were looking at them. And so I was...
Because I'm not going to stand there and look at her.
But I was like... What is she doing?
Did she do that to the people behind me? Like, because I felt like she kept standing next to me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe that was like, maybe she couldn't go any lower. She wanted to watch.
Did she do it to the people behind us?
Huh?
Did she do that to
She was, okay, I saw her earlier in the concert. She was like coming down and she would like stand. And then she would come down a little bit and like stand. Like when she...
That close to people?
I don't know if she stood that close, so I didn't pay attention to the people behind us.
Okay.
But I did see her go down and she was a little closer to this side. So maybe she couldn't, from like where she's standing, you can't see the concert, but like the thing. I don't know.
That was a little bit annoying. I mean, I understand. I think, but I guess she was doing her job. Because she was probably with them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that bald guy definitely would told her get out the aisle if she wasn't with them. She probably had a lanyard on that we couldn't see.
I just felt like there was no need to stand that close to me. That's all.
Some people don't have any concept of personal space. So, but again, like we said, we're introverts. So
we also still in the middle of a pandemic. So, ma'am, if you have a problem, you could at least... She could have stood... Like, I understood that security were there to do their job. Here. Literally. Like, I could feel her touching my shirt.
Because at the end, I was like, I know this lady is, like, basically leaning on... Because at first she was just, like, kind of close, but, like, kind of in the middle a little bit. But every time she came down, it's just, like, she got closer. She was, like, here, and it was just, like...
Yeah.
And then she, like, stood sideways. I was like,
what is she doing?
There's sketchy people out here. I mean, not that she was sketchy. She probably was just doing her job, like I said.
But you can do it a little bit further away.
Yeah, that's just us. Not saying, like, if you guys see us out, like, you can't say hi or, like... But, like, it's just... I don't know. There's, like, a certain point where it's just, like, could you just slide a little?
Yeah, I didn't want to look suspicious. I was like, if I move too quickly, is she gonna, like, assume that something is going on and that...
Yes.
I feel like...
your personal space.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's going on. I would just like for you to not stand so close to me, please. Yeah. Unless you like paid for a seat that required you to be that close to me. That's all.
That's so weird. I don't know. Some things happen, you're just like, that's strange. But I guess everything has a reason. So.
Okay.
Overall.
Nope, I think that's it. That was it. It was an amazing show. I would definitely see them again. Also, same as that you had said earlier. And
yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so that's it for today's episode. What did you think about the comebacks and the concert that we discussed? Let us know your thoughts on Instagram and Twitter at @the_AM podcast. The links are in the description. If you like this episode, please subscribe and rate us. Thank you for joining us. We hope you stay safe, and we'll talk to you next time.